screen. Make sure it works. Okay. Mine's up. Mine's running.
Yeah, I don't have my...
I'm going to jump on my YouTube right now. But we should say hi to people that are watching because they're faster than we are.
Good evening.
We're a little late today. But hey, we told everybody we'd be late. Hey, look, it says you're live.
It does.
And you are. Whoop, 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 whoop. Get rid of that sound. Sorry. Could not access specific channel or stream key. Oh, that's not good. That's mine. Keep talking. We're live on yours, but not on mine.
Oh, that's no good.
Yep. I gotta fix the, I don't know how to do this anymore. Oh, settings. So you're going, it's going out to your channel, just not mine.
Okay.
It didn't connect my account properly. That's bizarre. Allow OBS Studio to do this. Ignore streaming recommendations, 5160. Sorry, I'm talking out loud. Sorry, folks. There we go. Guess what? Nope, could not access specific channel or stream key. Oh, that's not good. So I'm not live yet. I'm recording. I don't know what's wrong here. You keep talking. You go ahead and do your thing.
Well, I noticed that I have new subscribers, and that's awesome. Thank you very much. Welcome. And I hope you're enjoying the craziness that is us.
I wonder if it's my go live. Yeah, I'm going to keep talking to myself if that's all right. I'm still here. I'm still listening.
Yeah.
And I will answer if you ask me a question.
So, where do I go to see what's showing on my YouTube?
Go to your YouTube.
I'm there.
Okay. Are you on your YouTube or YouTube Studio?
YouTube Studio.
Content. Live is where you should show up.
Live. Streaming software. Like, it says live now. Okay, so that's good.
So you're live. I'm not. So what I have to do is...
I'm not seeing
it takes a minute.
Live, but...
I was just on your channel. You're fine.
Anyways, it's there.
It's fine. Yep.
That's good. I just want to make sure it was there.
It's mine that's having issues. So what we'll do here is this. I'll keep going because I can always upload this later.
Okay, so...
But for me, for you, we're live.
Yeah. So we're late because I went to a hockey game with a bunch of people, including my granddaughter, who is 3 whole years old, and it was her very first hockey game. And
how did that go?
It was pretty good. Mom and Dad and a bunch of people took her for a walk around the arena, and she got her face painted, and there was it was Star Wars night. There's all kinds of weird things going on in the main sort of lobby, and I went with some other people to check out the restaurant, and then met them in our seats just as the game was beginning. Had to wait to take my seat because there was stuff going on. But anyways, and it was Star Wars night, like I said, and I took one of your helmets, one of your stormtrooper helmets with me.
I saw that.
And I wore it in the lineup going in and kind of freaked out the security dude that was wanding people. Couldn't focus, but he was having a hard time. So I took it off and went through the process of going in the arena. They weren't searching bags. They were wanding half your body and asking you if you had any metal on you. And then they scanned my ticket. Woman scanning my ticket said she liked my hat, and I could just hear your eyes rolling. But anyways, so I had my helmet on because they do family cam things, scanning the audience and all that stuff, right? And so I put the helmet on periodically, but you couldn't really breathe.
Yeah, I'll bet.
And so, but then my granddaughter thought that was pretty cool, so she had it on for a little while, and then she had it on and then put her ball cap on top. I took some pictures, so she had a good time, and she did really well sitting. You know, you're 3 whole years old. It's pretty boring watching these guys on the ice whipping around, right? Although there are things that go on to distract you, so it's not so bad. But she did pretty good. She got kind of a little bored and wanted to sit on everyone's knee and give everyone hugs in the row. We had the whole row for family and friends and stuff for her, right? Nice. So she wandered down the row and gave everybody hugs. But she came down before that, and they had, when you came in, they gave you a what do you call those things? A light thing with it you crack in it.
Oh, the glow sticks?
Glow stick. They give you glow sticks. They're supposed to be lightsabers, right? But they're like this big. But anyway, so there was different colors, and she came down and said she wanted our lightsabers because she was going to collect them into a bundle. What?
Yay!
Yay!
Yay.
You fixed it?
I fixed it. We're on my channel now. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I'll shut up now.
So she collected all the lightsabers into a bundle. It's like red, green, blue, yellow, different ones, right? And they were all glowing in this little bundle of, there must have been like 20.
Cool.
Yeah, and she was pretty impressed with herself for that. And she seemed to have a good time. So I just got back not very long ago, and then of course we have the mandatory technical difficulties that is part of.
Speaking of that, can we do one more adjustment?
Life on YouTube.
Reach out to your left and shut off the fan.
Oh.
It's activating your mic when you're not speaking.
Yeah, it's not on.
Yes, it is. It's spinning. I can see it. You just can't hear it because you have headphones on. Okay. Can you reach it? Turn the knob all the way to the way. There you go. That's better. You couldn't hear it, but your viewers could hear it.
I couldn't see it either.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So yeah, that sounded like fun. I didn't want to go for obvious reasons, which we won't discuss here.
No?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We'll wait for another day to have that drama. But I'll make sure that certain people are watching when we do it, just because. Oh,
well, I did see some of your fan club.
Yeah, you probably saw the other one. You didn't realize you took a picture of her. He was working the Royal's dressing room today. Because a certain person can't work Sunday afternoons or Saturdays.
Ah. Okay.
So, just because of his other job. I need to set... Where'd my chat go? Sorry.
I don't have my chat up, so but nobody talks to me anyway.
That's why you have the channel open.
Yeah. So what are we doing tonight? What do you got?
Hey, hang on. How about what do you got?
So
only because I don't have it open.
Okay, well.
No, I do. There we go. Where you want to start? TikTok?
Sure. So TikTok's under investigation.
And for all those of us that are on TikTok.
Yeah, by a bunch of different privacy things, but actually it's two. The federal privacy
commissioner, I guess.
Commissioner, yeah. And then the BC privacy is looking at it, and it's to do with the collection of. Sorry, I need the article. The collection of information. They're worried about whether they're collecting information per the Canadian privacy legislation, which would be interesting because they're Chinese, so why would they? But they want to know what that's about, and whether they're getting valid and meaningful consent. Interesting. For the collection and use and disclosure of the user's personal information. Particularly as it relates to kids, because there's a lot of younger users, and they're worried about if they understand.
There's no way to. There's no parental monitors, I don't think, on TikTok. Not that I've found.
Yeah, and so they're worried about that, and they want the company to be transparent in its obligations to meet these privacy stipulations as they're operating in Canadian cyberspace, I guess.
You guess?
Yeah, I guess you would call it cyberspace, right? It's not airspace.
Yeah. Well,
So they're using.
it used to be called airwaves. That music's really loud, by the way.
Yeah.
There we go.
It is
It's rock
turned down.
today. Sorry, I'm looking for a URL. I'm sticking it in. Wow, English, not my language today.
So it says among the current Canadian laws the investigation will examine is TikTok's compliance with the Federal Personal Information Protection and Electronic Documents Act,
Oof, that's a
Quebec's
mouthful.
Act respecting the protection of personal information in the private sector, and the Act to establish a legal framework for information technology, and Alberta, British Columbia's respective Personal Information and Protection Acts.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
So that's Alberta, BC, Quebec, and the federal government all interested in what the heck's going on here with this TikTok. Now, there's a lot of investigations and stuff going on in the States with it too.
The U.S. is involved too, are they not?
They're looking at cybersecurity and censorship concerns, but there was also a big hoopla because they were finding TikTok installed on government devices.
Yeah, there's
And that was causing can we say a shitstorm of
you can say a shitstorm. We're past the first 30 seconds.
Is causing a lot of
There are certain members
dismay,
of the YouTube
shall we
community
say.
that are ex-U.S. military, and they've been told, and they were told when they were current U.S. military, that they are not allowed to be on TikTok, period.
Yeah, they don't trust it, I guess, because it's sourced out of China, right?
Well, the company that runs it is owned by the Chinese government.
Yeah, but they're citing here that they're worried most predominantly in Canada about the privacy and safety
Yep.
of the TikTok community of Canadians who use it, particularly the younger users.
Yep.
And so they're going to be quite militant with their insistence of adherence to our laws if they're
I would
going to be.
say there's a lot of Canadians on TikTok.
There is. I wondered if the algorithm of for you and the following kind of tells them that you're Canadian, so then they're only giving you Canadian stuff. But
It could be too.
I do get a fair bit of American
Yeah. Well, American,
crazy
I
pants
call it
and
American dumbassery.
and stuff. But there's a lot of people from Australia and England
Yep.
on
Hey.
there too, and there's Scotland, tons of people from
I think
Scotland.
it's got to do, like you said, with the algorithm, what you watch
It could be, yeah.
and where you're from.
Yeah, it's like Facebook. They give you what they think you
What
want
do you think you want? By the way, you want to talk to people about something else?
What?
Behind you.
behind me.
The nice new screen behind you.
Oh yeah, so we've done some work here, or you've done some work.
It's not perfect. It's a little light in your one corner there. I think that's your right side, left
Yeah.
side.
Yeah,
But that's just because the area is so big.
yeah.
but
I
yeah.
I supervised. This was my impulse here.
Napping.
Yes, I was. And so we've got like a massive green screens behind us now, and you don't see my messy shelf with all my books
It's
and
not that
stuff.
messy.
No,
It's not. We got a nice light behind you now. It sure makes a difference. But anyways, didn't mean to interrupt, but I figured we better bring that up for you.
and the other thing that I'm spoiled with the green screen business.
Oh, yeah.
But the other thing is
Yeah, don't do that. It puts big green splotches on your eyes. It's kind of funny because your eyes are green.
new
If you-
chair.
Yeah, nice new chair.
New chair.
If you move just the right way,
Yes.
the image that's on the background is displayed in your eyes because your eyes are green.
Ah.
So note to self. Don't do that.
Ah.
Oh, check your live feed since you're sitting there looking at your YouTube screen. Do you see it there?
Yeah.
Do you have that open already?
No. How do I see that?
Click it. Make sure you mute it. Oh, the left button.
Left.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not showing it live.
okay. Click the other one. See the URL? Other side of the page. The blue thing.
Oh.
Now, make sure you mute it when it comes up.
Oh.
Now, make sure you mute it when it comes up, or it does that.
Oh, how do I mute
Now,
it?
make sure you mute it when it comes up, or it does that.
Oh, how do I mute
Now,
it?
make sure you mute it when it says live, or it does that.
Oh, how do I mute
Now,
it?
make sure you mute it when it says live, or it does that.
Oh, how do I mute
Now,
it?
make sure you mute it when it says live, or it does that. Don't
Oh.
touch that.
How do I mute
Now,
it?
make sure you mute it when it says live, or it does that. Don't
Oh.
touch that.
How do I mute
Now,
it?
make sure you mute it when it says live.
There you
Oh,
go.
there. Okay. It was hiding.
It was feedbacking on itself. Sorry about that for yelling in everybody's ears. Don't do that because you could shut your stream off if you're not careful. But
Oh.
it did tell you one thing.
What?
Your audio works.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, apparently.
Okay, where were we? I gotta turn on a fan. It's my turn.
Okay, so that was bizarre. And
No, that's called a feedback loop. That happens a lot to people on Twitch.
yeah.
And half the time, nobody notices it because they're not monitoring their own stream.
Oh. Well, good thing we are.
Yep.
So what?
Where are we?
What? I talked about the hockey game.
You talked about TikTok.
I talked to. And the other was
Oh, by the way, just as a question, a follow-up to that, did they win?
no.
No.
It was 5-2
Yeah.
for
I was following it.
Everett.
Oh, Everett's another one of those teams that's just stacked. Them in Seattle, eh? Seattle just blew their doors off.
But I did see something that I wished I had been able to videotape so I could send it to the Canucks dressing room and say, "Here, boys, this is a thought." And the same with my wonderful Leafs. It was a defenseman who was actually defending. It was very
Oh, dear.
interesting. There was the poor goalie. The puck was being like back and forth like they were playing monkey in the middle.
Yep.
And he didn't know where the hell the puck was. He's turned around like this, and the defenseman threw his body at it and knocked it away from the net.
We have someone wanting to know in our poly group chat how long we're going to be on for, because he said he'd come by and check it later. I said about an hour-ish.
Yeah. Probably about an hour.
I put both links in the poly chat.
Oh, okay. That's good.
I don't have them copied on my phone, so that was kind of difficult to do. I should have just done it on the computer.
Yeah, so the game was the Victoria Royals versus the Everett
Silver tips.
Silver Tips. Is that
Tips. That's tips with a P.
Tips. Silver Tips.
There's no T in there.
They did a Star Wars night, so there was introducing the guys on the overhead deal,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they had a thing with Star Wars music and like this, and their manly man presence coming out, and it was, to me, it was hilarious because they
You
look,
forgot the arm wiggle.
well, they all look like they're 14 years old. And
They
they're
are 14
they're-
years old.
manly man with the Star Wars theme, and I'm a laser things, and like, no, really, no, that's cute. So it was cute, but anyway,
You know what, though? It's nice to see the themes back.
yes, but the audience was equally hilarious,
Yeah.
with little kids going, "Go Royals!" in the top of their lungs, and dancing around for the camera when it did the family camera thing,
Yeah.
kiss camera or whatever they do. Then the kids jumping around, screaming and yelling, and they all stayed in their seats, though. There wasn't any of this
Oh, that's
climbing
good.
along the
That's
top,
good.
and sometimes you see, then you think, where are the parents like asleep? But they were loud, holy toot. But
For a little tiny crowd, which it was loud, eh?
yeah, but they said there was 4,000 in there, but I said,
Not that video you sent me.
were they hiding under their seats? But I
Well,
think they count. There was a lot of people
That is
in suites, for one thing, but I think they count the season holders
What it
as if
is
they're there.
It's purchased tickets.
Oh,
It's not scanned tickets.
I see. So they might have bought tickets, but
Didn't show up.
didn't show.
Corporations frequently buy big blocks of tickets.
Right. So that'd be your
And
season
if you
ticket
don't get rid
holders.
of them, then they go as they're sold. The team doesn't care.
Right.
I mean, what team wouldn't? You
Yeah,
got
yeah.
money spent, whether they show up or not. It's not your point.
Yeah. True. So if there was 400 people in there, I'd be surprised. But
It was probably it's usually about 25 to 28.
yeah.
It would be a good number.
Yeah. So, but they were like, I would say 50 to 60% kids.
Yeah, there was probably quite a few. I guess there was more yesterday, eh?
Well, and I'm like, on my infinite wisdom, I decided to go to an afternoon game. But anyway,
Which is all children.
yeah, well, and that's okay. Kids, if they're reasonably behaved, I don't care. If they're jumping all over the place and knocking people flying and stuff like happens there.
You should hear the radio when the kids are around. Because they're all hopping around and people are bitching and complaining and.
Yeah, well, no, I don't mind. I didn't mind the loud and stuff. It was quite funny actually, the way they were shouting out and stuff. And there was one kid directly behind me who plays hockey and was analyzing the play.
Oh,
and he was, I think, 8 years old.
Oh, I know. Some of them know so much.
And he was analyzing the play, and he says, "Hey, that guy's got my skates." And then, oh, he shouldn't have done that. He should do this. And I thought,
holy. You want to be coach, eh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if he was 8, I'd be surprised.
It's funny how the game is different from above.
Yeah.
A perfect example is, Jason and I playing. It looks so fast to us, but when you watch it from the stands, oh my God, it's slow.
Yes, it is, dear.
it's terribly slow.
Very slow, yes.
I posted a video a few years ago, and the guy said, "Can you fix that? It looks slow." He said, "Well, that's real time." He said, "Oh my God, are we that slow?" Yeah. So I sped it up for them and reposted it.
Anyways, it was a good game, and the score was 5-2 for Everett.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to win that game.
Yeah. So you tell me some stories that you want to talk about.
Oh, I can tell you all kinds of stories. Does it have to be true?
Gotta be an idea. Yeah.
Oh, well, damn. I'll give you some highlights first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. YouTube this past week announced that it's testing a new perk for its premium subscribers. That would be us.
Mm-hmm.
A higher bit rate. They're calling it 1080 premium, not 1080p premium, as I heard today. And it's in its testing phase. And let me just go to the article itself because it's really long-winded, convoluted, and I won't read all of it because you guys would be asleep in 5 seconds. Basically, it's just 1080p with a higher bit rate. So right now you get, say, for an example, you're getting, 5,000 bits a second. Like I'm streaming at what? 6152, so 6,000. So if you're watching this on YouTube Premium, you'll get 8 to 10 megabits a second, right? At 1080p. I know your brain's about to go to mush.
Well, no, it's wah, wah, wah,
yeah, it doesn't mean much to you, does it? It's how fast it can get it to you. How big a pipe it shoves down your throat.
Oh, dear.
So if you pay... Wait, that's wrong, too.
Uh-huh.
If you're paying the extra, you're getting a bigger pipe.
Okay.
So I don't know what that's going to do because it's coming down at 1080p. You're only pushing out 1080p. Right?
Okay.
It's not like you're pushing 4K. We could push 4K, you and I. I don't do it because the latency is so bad on YouTube live streams that you and I will shut this off, shut our computers down, go downstairs and watch the last 10 minutes.
Wow. It already lags, hey?
Oh, it's already lagging, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of lagging, if you look in the bottom corner of your OBS, is it still green?
Bottom corner of my OBS.
Is it still green? Bottom right.
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's all you care about, as long as it's still green.
Okay. So it was the other left.
Because you're not going to be able to read the numbers anyways, they're too small.
Mm.
But if you're getting a premium, you're paying for more bandwidth. So why don't you just go to 4K?
True.
Although if we're not putting out 4K, what's the point, right? Now, the average person watches on their phone or mobile device.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need more than 1080p. You're not going to notice 4K on a 4-inch frickin' screen. You notice if you're watching it on a PC.
Right.
And if you go back and you search YouTube and you watch a really old video and it's 780p or 480, yuck.
Right.
It's gross.
Yeah, and you'd notice if you're watching on the TV too.
You would, yeah. Oh, you would see big pixelated crap. One Reddit user with access to the feature posted a screenshot of the company's what they call stats for nerds. So if you're watching YouTube, there's a little green or little cog wheel in the corner,
mm-hmm.
and you can one of the selections is stats for nerds, and it shows you all the stats of what that video's doing. So I don't know if it's going to be if it's going to make it any better. We'll see. What else have I got? I mean, there's other features that are coming out for those of us on premium. There's just way too many. Here's one that it's going to bum a lot of people. Nintendo this week confirmed it will not be going to E3.
E3 is a conference, correct?
Yes. E3 is something Entertainment Expo. And it's 3 E's, right? So they just call it E3. The company says the show didn't fit into its plans, and it's possible that Sony and Microsoft won't be showing up either.
So this is the big hoo-ha that you were wanting to go to, where they give you the new
free stuff,
new
swag, consoles if there is any.
Yeah, hardware. Yeah.
There isn't any new consoles coming out this year.
So maybe that's why they're not going.
See,
they don't have any swag.
We do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
We could get a media pass.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But apparently Nintendo's going to focus on some new title releases. They've got Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom coming out. So it wants to work on that. Sony's got Spider-Man 2, although I've heard rumors it might not come out on time. And that's the other big game people are waiting for this year.
Spider-Man
2.
And this Zelda one is a good one?
You ever played Zelda?
A long time ago, yeah.
You know what's funny is everybody thinks the little green guy with the bow and arrow is Zelda. Zelda's the princess.
Yeah.
That's Link.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. People I'm coming as Zelda, then why aren't you wearing a dress? Although you tried to get me in a dress today.
I thought you should go and drag.
No. You ever have a drag night and you might be able to drug me and make it work?
Oh, there's an option. I'll have to
here's one more, and then we'll let you do some too.
make note of that.
Valve.
Valve
is a gaming company.
Right.
Mainly hardware lately. And Steam. They're the makers of Steam.
Okay.
Right. They have banned 40,000 accounts after laying a trap for Cheetos? Cheeto trap. Yum, yum. Cheaters in Dota 2. Now, the geeks amongst us will know what that means. It's a game. It's an RPG.
D-O-T. Dota 2.
2, yeah. It's short for something, and I don't play it, so I don't remember. I've tried it. It's, okay, sure. It's a top-down. Basically, it's like WoW from top-down. In other words, you're looking at it from an overhead.
Ah.
That's what top-down means.
Okay.
For those that don't know. Players are cheat using latency devices. So a latency device basically slows the game down for everybody else but you. So you can step out of the way of people's sword swings and laser blasts, and because where they think you are, because of the lag, you're not there.
That's the kind of cheat I would like.
No, you would like the one I want to get. It's an aimbot. It shoots for you. It lines everybody up. You don't have to no matter where you point it, you're going to hit them.
Ah.
Or a wall hack. You shoot through walls. You don't want to get caught doing that. No. Hey, by the way.
The most exciting thing I remember in a game is in WoW, killing spiders.
Oh, don't talk about spiders. I just went through a couple of levels on Harry Potter. Spiders. I am looking for my URL for one of my sponsors. And I can't remember which email I sent that to. Because it's sponsor spot time.
It is.
It is. What do we got coming up? Hey, we got a show coming up. Book title thing, store thingamajig.
Yeah, and you're going to ask me where that is.
I am. Why don't you go through who the sponsor is one of our sponsors while you're doing that?
So one of our sponsors is Philadelphia Publishing, and they're celebrating their 20th anniversary this year and doing a bunch of the live stuff and online stuff and looking for manuscripts of people who would like to publish, and also short stories or essays or poems for an anthology, a 20th anniversary anthology. And the place to send that stuff is publishing at philidithbooks.com. The website is philidithbooks.com, and that's FILIDH books.com. And
Why don't you read that full size while I check my email for something?
have a look at the website and, submit something, or hey, buy something. That would be cool.
That'd be cool.
They have soft covers and ebooks available there in all kinds of genres, and some excellent authors.
I can't find it.
The next thing that they're doing live is March the 18th in Victoria at First Metropolitan
I'm glad you can say that.
Church Hall. There's a book fair, and Phyllis will have a vendor's table there and be available to talk to you about any.
Hey, if you want to come on the show, we'll do a we'll do a recording and put it on the show.
Yeah, if you want to chat with us about manuscripts or submissions or anything like that, or whatever
anything that works for you.
Yeah, we have a rate card there. We do piecework of a little bit of this and that for people who are wanting to self-publish. We can help. We can do that stuff too. But we are a bona fide independent publishing house.
Keep going. I'm still here.
I'm just.
You're researching.
I'll put the
link to it in the show notes. I'm looking for the Gamer Fuel stuff I've got. It's just like.
Well, there isn't a link, but I can give proper information.
Right.
So, but anyways, it's March 18th.
If you want to know, come to us.
I think 10 to 5 was the deal. And it's in Victoria, Balmoral Road.
Yeah, just drop us a note. We'll give you the proper information as how to get there.
I can put that in the show notes too.
Yep. Make a note. Put it in the show notes. I'm still looking, so keep talking.
But we got some time before March 18th, so I can
found it.
Give you better information.
I found it.
Next week. I will.
It's called Swift Lifestyles, and they just updated my discount.
Oh, yeah.
And as soon as I find my URL,
okay,
which I have, it's not that difficult if I could find my notes on my phone, because you know what? I actually did something smart and did it there.
So you're talking and showing me.
I'm working on it.
Okay. So what does Swift Lifestyles do?
It is a gamer fuel. People that use this will know what it means.
So it's a drink?
It's a drink. It's a gaming. It's kind of like Gatorade, but really much stronger. Remember Jolt?
Yes.
It's the same thing, but you make it yourself.
You make it yourself.
And right now it's 30% off if you use my discount.
So it's like a powder you put in water?
Yeah, you put it in water, you shake it up, you drink it.
Oh, like your bio whatever.
Yeah, BioSteel. It's also somewhat like, actually, that's not a bad example.
BioSteel?
Yeah, the BioSteel stuff. I should get a sponsorship with them too.
Yeah.
Even just an affiliate.
I use my Clear Light drops in my
water. Yeah, the Crystal
water.
Light. It's the same thing, but this is basically like, what's the pop that everybody drinks now?
Mountain.
It's different in Canada. Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew?
Yeah, Mountain Spew, yeah. It's different in the U.S. Remember when we went to Port Angeles there and I grabbed some over there?
Yeah, it's stronger.
Geez, what a difference.
Yeah, it's like Jolt.
It's like Jolt, yeah. A lot of the young people here won't know what Jolt is.
Or what's that stuff you were buying?
Red Bull?
Red Bull, yeah.
It's worse. It's got more oomph than Red Bull.
Yeah, there's Monster something too I used to get when I was working.
Yeah, but we have different regulations here in Canada.
Yeah, there's the caffeine limit.
They don't have the same limit as we do.
Yeah, so Mountain Dew's stronger in the States.
That means I have the show note link here.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay.
I have one for Razer. My brain is just like fogged, which I have several products, including the new keyboard I just got. Is a Razer. I probably should have used my discount.
Have you noticed that? You didn't get COVID, but I did. And I've noticed that the brain fog, holy crap.
I have chemo brain.
It's
the same thing.
Really? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's just I
It's
don't
just
know.
your brain just kind of shuts off for a second.
I think it was a level of dehydration and stuff that
Yep.
it just has long-lasting effects on everything.
But if you don't mind me saying, what I noticed is your COVID brain effects didn't show up until after
After what?
you were done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was months later.
Yeah.
I think it must have been when the vaccines wore off.
Maybe.
Well, that's interesting.
Hey, I still haven't got that notice that I need to get a fifth
I
shot.
just got one.
Yeah, I didn't. So maybe I don't need a fifth
I
shot.
should book it and do it. I'm just
Maybe it's just because you're special.
maybe.
I got my flu shot.
Well, this is my both flu shot. I don't like flu shots. They make me sick.
I didn't get sick.
I know they're not supposed to, but the last one I had made me sick.
Yeah, and that's why I stopped taking them, is because I had a flu shot and it was sick as a dog.
Mm.
Never been that sick.
Yeah, you were pretty bad this last time.
And
Okay, so that's 3 of my topics this week. Yeah, I was feeling pretty crappy the last couple of nights, but I just restarted my meds. So, note to self: don't stop your meds. Stay on it. But unfortunately, the drugstore has just been like ridiculous.
well, the problem with that is you work yourself up to a certain dosage,
And then you stop.
and then you stop taking it, and
Yep.
then you start taking it at the dosage you left off at, and it's a bit
Your
intense.
body kind of goes, "What is this shit?"
Yeah.
Oh, I said it again. Hang on, I got to do this. What is this?
Oh, that hurt my ears.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was quite that loud.
It was very loud.
You have one of those too.
Yeah,
You got a beeper button.
I do.
What I don't have set up is my sound effects. I should get some for the show.
Okay, I've got a note. Hudson and Rex.
Yeah, we kind of watch that show a lot here.
Yeah, so in the world of parenting, you get so that I was overwhelmed by Kermit the Frog and Sesame Street characters because that's all I ever watched. But in this world, it's Paw Patrol, and all 3 of my granddaughters are into the Frozen series.
Yep.
So you know, I can recite the
Let it go.
well, I can sing all the songs and recite all the
Dialogue.
Yeah, well, my brain's plugged
Your
in.
brain's fried.
Yeah, all the dialogue from all that stuff and the Paw Patrol and who all the guys are and everything. But for my grandkids, but with the dog, it's Hudson and Rex.
Oh my God, it's so bad you have to have it on.
She loves this show like so much, and today she was so upset because Rex had a girlfriend and she was just pouting, and then there was the next episode there was another episode where another police dog got her injured. It was stabbed and she was sick and whining, and poor Maisie was just beside herself, worried about this dog on the
We
TV.
should probably find that episode because we never did show her the ending.
She just loves this show. So we have watched, there's 7 seasons of it?
5.
5?
6.
6.
Coming out 6.
Yeah, 6, yeah. 6 seasons. I think I've seen all 5 seasons at least once, some 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
As you do with Paw Patrol when you have kids, right? And but there was one that came on a couple of days ago.
You do that. I've got something here. You just keep working on this.
A couple of days ago, where the one character that's...
Okay, look at your screen.
What is that?
That's Maisie watching the show. It's over her head.
Oh, right. This is her head in the front there.
Yeah.
You can see a glass on the table that's kind of between her ears.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
that's
that's
what
her.
she does. She sits in her chair, which is mine, and watches the show.
Yeah. She likes that chair because it's straight onto the TV. Same
Yep.
reason you like it.
That's why I put it there. But anyways, I knew I had that shot somewhere. I could
Yeah.
get it.
So this particular episode, the one guy that works there, he's their tech dude that does all their computer research, and he's like, like the McGee,
Mm-hmm.
from the NCIS, the one that is tech savvy and cracks all the cell phones and tracks everything and like that stuff. He had his two best friends was a couple that Bonnie and Levi.
And Levi went missing.
And Levi went missing. Looked like he'd been kidnapped or something. And so they were on the thing to look for him. And they find out that Levi has a alternate life. He has a wife and a kid that Bonnie didn't know anything about. And they go and they talk to the wife. And that's how they find out that I don't know how they got over to her. I can't remember, but anyways, and find out she knows all about Bonnie, and that Levi has a different name. He's in hiding under a false name, and he's supporting her so that she can go to, I don't know, medical school or something and get it. And he's like green card married her into the country, I think is how it worked out. And so the relationship now, it can't be a completely platonic relationship because they have a kid. Yeah. So at some point it wasn't all for the green card. And she comes to help find him, comes to the cop shop to help find him, and meets up with Bonnie. And Bonnie's a bit thrown by this whole thing. She didn't know anything about it. Mm-hmm. And in the end, they decide that they can they're going to work together as a trio, I guess trio sort of thing, or I guess it would be a V relationship because the two women aren't involved, but they both are involved with Levi. So Bonnie's pregnant, so Bonnie's going to have when she goes on mat leave. It'll be about the time that the other one can go back to school and finish her, because she's been sick, finish her medical thing. And so Bonnie's going to take care of the other kid, the kid they have now. And they're all just a happy little family together working all this stuff. And I thought, holy crap, it's polyamory without calling it polyamory. And that is awesome. I like it when it shows up and it's not, oh my God, these people are all going to shoot themselves, because, it's a happy ending. That doesn't
happen very often.
Doesn't happen very often. That was very cool. I quite enjoyed that. So that was, if you want to see the episode.
Season 3? It's
season 3, episode 14, and the show is Hudson and Rex. And the premise of the show is that Hudson is the human detective, and Rex is his partner, who is a police dog, a retired police dog,
who's been taken on by Charlie in Major Crimes.
Yeah, he works in major crime units, and Rex's actual handler cop was killed in the very first episode of this, and Hudson took Rex in. And he comes to work with him, and they solve crimes. And he's
actually quite smart dog.
He's a cadaver dog, so he's perfect for major crimes.
Okay, I got something for you.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure it's okay to put this on the air.
What?
It's your granddaughter.
Yeah.
From today.
Oh, I wouldn't.
You can't see her face.
Okay.
Trust me.
All right. Oh, yes. Oh. That's my granddaughter. Wearing hyperlynx's stormtrooper helmet.
That's why I
one of
this
them.
Picture. There are others.
Yeah.
There's one where she's giving Marty a hug.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
Cute, but I won't show that on the air.
No.
Not without parents' permission. This one's okay.
Yeah.
Is she wearing a Canucks jersey?
Yep, she was wearing a Canucks jersey.
Taste.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd throw that in there. Sorry to interrupt, but I saw this while we were looking around.
Yeah.
But that show is on as much as we can, when they put a show on repeat and you just leave. You could do that with her.
Yeah.
She literally will sit and watch it. Although today she got a shock.
Why?
Well, I was watching our stream just to check the feeds from last week.
Right.
And she couldn't figure it out how I was on the TV, but standing right next to her. She kept doing the double take.
Yeah.
And then I showed her mom on the TV, and she pretty much put her nose right on the screen.
I don't believe that's mom. Can't be.
Can't be. But then when she saw me next door, it's like, wait a minute. That's bizarre.
Yeah. Yeah, she was super weird when I came home too.
Yeah, that's probably why.
What are
I
you
got
doing?
a couple. I got one more actually.
Yes.
Let me get out of Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Bing, Bard, and Chat GPT, which we all know what that is. We've talked about that the last couple of weeks. That's pretty much what generates our show titles.
Yes. Yeah.
And why not, right?
Yeah, it's helpful.
But anyways, Microsoft and its new Bing, or is it Sydney?
Mm-hmm.
Its name is called Sydney. Google has Bard and OpenAI. It's using the Chat GPT engine or the OpenAI engine. And it's now the new one, the pro version that I'm paying for, is up to date.
Oh.
So now, that brings about the question. It says AI and chatbots are rewriting the internet because it can actually get you the information as fast as it changes. So if something happened that second to change your query, the answer to your query, it will be up to date to the second.
I think that's good for research, but I don't think I want it writing stuff. Like,
well, that's the big problem.
Speaking as a
Publisher?
publisher,
Well,
I don't want manuscripts that are
That was my next
AI
question.
written.
Because some of the major publishers have gone out and employed the same company
Mm-hmm.
to write a bot to detect a bot.
That's a good
To
idea.
find out if the manuscripts are written. But these things are getting so good.
Yeah, it gets
even
a
the
bit
bot-
sketchy
it
there
is.
because when you're thinking about plagiarism and stuff, you don't know where
Exactly.
they
You
got
don't
the
know where
phrasing from.
Exactly.
And how much of it are they lifting? It's the same as these apps that you can get where you can have your picture, your face, your
Deepfake.
selfie put into like a painting or something,
Yeah.
and it's copying the style
Mhm.
of an actual artist.
Yeah, exactly.
That's sketchy plagiarism type. I don't know. Don't
Yeah,
like it. I
that's
don't.
scary, isn't it?
I don't like it. There's a whole world of
Well,
copyright law there. That's
yeah, Barnacles was on his show yesterday on his Tech Talk,
mhm.
and he was talking about people are finding ways to circumvent the safety net that's in the chat. Like if you asked the chat bot, and he tried several different ways how to make meth because it was illegal,
Mhm.
wouldn't do it.
It wouldn't do it.
Wouldn't even try.
Oh, interesting.
It would just flat out just sit there and blink and say that he can't condone illegal activity.
Well, I
So what
suppose.
people were doing was changing the wording.
Uh-huh.
It was still meth, but they changed the wording in such a way it tricked the AI into writing it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess I mean you can program a sense of morality into AI. I mean you see it in Google all the time when
Mhm.
she tells you to not to speak to her that way. When you tell her she's
You
a
call her a douche.
when you tell her she's a blankety blank
I call her a
blank.
douchebag,
She's,
and
don't speak to me that way.
If I call her a douchebag, she says, "Don't speak to me that way." But if I call her an effing douchebag, she's sorry, I don't understand. Okay.
That's her way of saying bite
Hey,
me.
bite me.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have one other thing
Okay. What do you got?
because we're coming to end of time here.
Oh, no, we're not.
Well, it's
You got 10 minutes
okay.
or more.
So I get a Google search deal in my email, searching the word polyamory because I like to be on top of the news as it happens.
Yeah, that's plagiarism.
And so anyways, the big thing is talking about thruples. So polyamory, for anyone who doesn't know that's watching, is having more than one sexual or loving partner at the same time. So not at the same moment necessarily, but at the same time. So relationships overlapping, say. And the news. There's all this talk about thruples. So it's where there's three people in a relationship, and they know each other. They live together. Say like Danny and hyperlynx and our partner and the three of us live together. And so I would never use the word thruple. I think it's, number one, cheesy. Number two,
sounds weird.
Number two, it segues from couple and infers the same couple privilege. And I think that is counterproductive to the idea of sharing love and being inclusive. We would refer to ourselves as a V relationship. So that's where you've got the V, the two people, the two males, and then I'm the joint between them because they both have a relationship with me. You could also we also would say we are a trio because we are three equal partners. Or we would perhaps refer to ourselves as a triad. That generally implies that all three partners are involved together, and that's not the case. So we would most likely say a trio, that we're a trio or a V relationship if we really had to define ourselves. I would never say throuple. No, never. And I think it's a way... I think it's being used in the media as a way to make something that possibly people might object to a little bit more palatable by making it sound, Disneyfying it, making it sound all sweet and light and everything. But it's too close to couple.
Right. And
it's too close to, and it implies a bunch of stuff. And there's a bunch of people in the world that really, really get upset by the idea of a couple looking for a usually woman to come into their relationship
unicorn hunting
and be what we call a unicorn because they're fairly rare, but it's like a human toy and treated very in a hierarchy of the couple is the dominant important thing and the other person is like an extra, and throuple moves away from that, so maybe that's what we're going for, but I don't like it. So anyone wanna jump in the comments and tell me why they like it and they think that I should, go pound sand, do so.
Comments would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, do that. And
at least I know on this I'm not going to have to ban anybody yet.
Yeah, so that's my big that annoys me thing.
That's what cheeses you off this week?
This week is because my email that I get that says, "Oh, here's all the articles about poly that happened this week." There was 6 of them, and all of them had something about thruples in it. It's ridiculous. Oof. Just ridiculous.
We need a better windsock for you.
Why?
Because you're popping your letters.
Popping my letters?
Yeah, ow, that hurts my ears. Don't do that. Don't do that. Or I'll have to do this. We start beeping each other. That's a good way to get banned. Yeah, I've had to ban several people from my YouTube channel in the last week or so.
Oh, because of your
Hogwarts
thing.
Legacy. I beat it, by the way. I've now beaten it twice. I want to get it beaten on all 4 houses. No comment for the peanut gallery.
What was that thing we saw and they said, is that another house?
Somebody said you were transphobic, and she said, oh, is that another house?
Okay. Yeah.
It's backfired on them. The whole movement to cancel it just completely blown up in their face. I hate to tell them this, but gamers don't care. about that stuff. They just want to play the game.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately.
The BS behind it means nothing to them.
Yeah.
And I have to agree. I didn't buy it because of that. I bought it because I wanted to play it. It looked really good. It was really good for the story.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
when someone's work is their personal opinions, I mean, if the personal opinions were in the work,
Yep.
then I would
there's a
I would
Game Something Quick has
be
banned
more
all
supportive.
games that she's connected to, including the Lego ones.
Well, and I get that when someone's, hateful.
It butthurt.
No, but when someone's hateful, you don't want to financially support them by buying their things that they.
Well, that's the thing. She's got no direct financial support from this game. The other ones, sure. She was involved in the creation of the Lego ones. She wasn't involved in this at all.
The Lego games.
Yeah, she was involved in that. But this game, she was not directly involved or indirectly involved.
Well, but she's copyrighted the names of stuff. So
characters.
I would suspect there's royalties have to be
there's
paid.
more than, I don't know, because it's only if you use direct names, correct? Because the only thing that they use is last names.
Well, I don't know. It's fan fiction.
I don't know.
That's
something to look into. Is
I don't.
fictional copyrighted?
Yeah.
Can they use? What does her copyright license say? Right?
That's
if
true.
If there is one.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sure they would have had to approach her just to even use the name Hogwarts.
Yeah, if she's got any
And
brains
Hogsmeade
and any legal backup there, I'm pretty sure she would be.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she got some royalties
so
from it.
there's probably royalties paid to it.
But it brings up an interesting question, eh?
What about what's
copyrighted? Fan fiction.
With fan fiction? Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I see something on your banner that you were going to talk about this week. Sort of. You were thinking of opening up Twitch again.
Oh, yes. I'm
I've thought about it.
thinking about going back on Twitch. I got off there because it was
So toxic.
a little toxic. Yeah.
Little children.
Yeah, but I think I'll go back and do some gaming, and I was doing an open mic with
Yeah, that's what caught my eye was your banner. It's listed on your banner, eh?
writers. What's listed on my banner?
It says Writers Open Mic.
Writers Open Mic.
It
Yeah.
even has the Twitch page, doesn't it?
Yeah, so what I would do is bring people onto my Twitch live stream and then record it and then put it
Put it up on YouTube.
on YouTube after
YouTube is, speaking of that,
I edit it, because I tend to go way
you
too
need to
much.
edit it, take it out. Speaking of that, I was watching Linus and Luke last night, long after they had finished, although they went for 5 hours. Jeez. YouTube is something, it goes back to something I was talking about earlier. YouTube is going to experiment with you being able to pull audio tracks and upload directly to a podcast.
Oh.
From your video.
Oh, that'd be good.
I mean, it's not hard to do now. You just unlock the video and just send the audio up. But this would do it for you.
That's next on my list of things is my podcast, Don't Say Maybe. I need to...
Yeah, we need to get it moving.
I've actually got some ideas for some episodes.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, have you done an episode about COVID?
Yes.
Okay. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've worked on one.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, because we got a lot of stuff coming up we can put in a podcast.
Yes.
And YouTube videos. We're going to start pushing more out to the Philadelphia channel as well.
There's just not enough hours in the day.
There's not enough of us.
Yeah. Well,
and we just don't have enough coming in to have more of us.
I think I have to live to be 600 years old to get even close to all of the projects that
you want to get done.
I want to get done.
I hear you.
Speaking of projects, I'm going to show you my coffee cup.
Oh.
You see my...
Okay, hold it up right in front of your face. There you go. No, you got it.
Right there?
Because your camera's set to focus on your face.
Is that backwards or can you read it?
No, that is... I can read it. I don't know if they can. Well, I'm looking at your YouTube channel and I can read it, so...
Okay. So I let you look at it there.
Turn it a little bit the other way. There you go. No, other way.
This
so you
way?
can read the...
Yeah.
There you go. Is frowned upon. Couldn't read the is.
Yeah. So the back side of it is all wool and...
Kind of looks like the box downstairs.
Crocheted. Yeah. Yeah, I crochet. And it says, I crochet because punching people is frowned upon.
Okay, now sit perfectly still. There you go. Just so the camera catches up to you. But I think, dear, it's about that time. We did it again.
Mm-hmm.
So next week we're going back to our regular scheduled time? Maybe?
Yes.
3?
What's that? Because we've done
We've
different.
done 3, we've done 4, we've done 6.
We've been trying different times to see
Seeing what works. Yeah.
what works.
We're trying to settle on a time. I would prefer earlier in the afternoon, but not too early because I go for a nap.
Yeah, so next week, make a note to myself here that I need to have the poster for the March 18th thing. And
Oh, we need a screenshot of that.
yeah, I have.
You know what we'll do? We'll take it outside, take a picture. If the weather's nice. Put our cameras to use.
We could do that. Yeah.
And get a good picture of it, unless because the one they send you on the monitor just doesn't do it justice. You have to get the right letters.
Alrighty, so we're done and done and done.
We're done and done and done.
And was there any comments in the chat?
I didn't see any, but that doesn't mean there isn't any later.
I actually didn't have my chat open, so
No, me neither. I just use it because on my screen, the middle of the screen there is chat.
Oh,
so you'd see mine if somebody sees some. But I have your chat open on my screen, or your stream open. So if somebody were to say something there, I would have seen it.
Yeah, I don't see any, so that's okay.
Well, it does say StreamBot is running.
Oh, okay.
Yours doesn't. We don't have StreamBot on yours. We need to fix that. We need to. What we need to do is settle on a time. Stick to it, because you can put in YouTube that your live stream is starting at, and you'll have people in there waiting for you.
We're always late because there's always technical
That's okay.
difficulties.
You're allowed to be late. You just can't be here early.
I see. Okay.
This way it'll say 1 waiting, 2 waiting when you get there. Well, see, you need to jump all over your children. Yeah, you have enough kids that we can get them all watching. And grandkids, and get them watching Nana.
Well, I'm one of these people that
they can't.
birthed their own fan club, and yet... Anyway.
That's enough for this week.
Yeah.
That's enough of that nonsense.
They love me.
Of course
they
they do.
Yes.
Of course they do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well...
We'll say bye for now. I'll say bye. You can say bye.
Bye for now.
Bye. I have a stop stream button. Did you know that? Do you?
Yes, I do have a stop stream.
No, you don't.
I don't?
No, you don't.
Well, I have
You
a
have to
thing
do
that...
it. You have to do it manually.
I have a thing I can click right here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay.
Wave bye to the peoples.
Bye.